Mathews-Dickey. I know y'all got our back, right? MDTV. When you get your shot, you better shoot it. Ain't no time for stopping, hesitation or confusion. It's time for the kids to get it moving. It's time for me and you to start a movement. Get with the winning team, we never losing. If they say it can't be done, then we gon' go and do it. Where my people at, they know that they exclusive. How many people out here know that they exclusive? Get a hand in the sky right now. Can I see your hands in the sky right now? If you exclusive, then you know it, and you ain't afraid to show it. Go ahead, raise it high right now. Get a hand in the sky right now. Can I see your hands in the sky right now? If you exclusive, then you know it, and you ain't afraid to show it. Go ahead, raise it high right now. Get a hand in the sky right now. What's the word, world? You just tuned in to The Dopest Show, hosted and produced by some of STL's finest. Speaking of them, I'm your boy Kyd Young, and this is MDTV's The Xclusive. Now, Mathews-Dickey has given us the chance to express our views and discuss the information that's important to today's youth through a variety of segments. And this one is called The Jump Off. So what a better way to start the first show than to introduce y'all to the rest of our hosts. Jules, where you at?
What's up, everyone? My name is Jules. I am a local St. Louis entrepreneur and lover of all things creative. And I'm also a volunteer here at Mathews-Dickey. And we are excited today to give you a wonderful show full of cool, exciting things. Got Kyd over here. And then I'll let Mr. Wendell Covington introduce himself.
I'm the CEO of Mathews-Dickey, and we are here to take over the world, one youth at a time.
Okay.
Something hot, something hip-hop, something real, something fresh. Let's do something for the young people in St. Louis, and more importantly, let's hear about what's good that's happening in our city.
Hey guys, it's Aurora here from the Xclusive Foodtastic, brought to you by Green Machine. Today we have Rosie here with her famous seasonings called Savage Seasonings. These seasonings have little to no sodium and are still extremely good. Before we get started with that, we're going to wash our hands and she's going to show us how to make our famous pancakes. Okay, our hands are all washed. Now we're going to get started with the process. What's our first step?
First, we are going to make the pancake batter. So first, we're going to do the Just Add Water mix.
Okay.
Put some mix in. Add the water.
And I'll stir it for you.
Yes. And now once you mix that, you should add some sugar and spice and everything nice.
Okay. So what got you started with making these seasonings in the first place?
What started me off was I made my mom breakfast in bed a few years ago. She said it was good enough to sell, and now I sell it at any place I can vendor at, and I have my own website.
Okay. So you can see our website down below if you just click the link or go to the website. What is it?
SavageSeasoningNoS.com.
Okay. So we're going to put these next on the stove. Okay, so it should look like this when it's all done.
And once we put it on the stove, you should put some olive oil on first. Okay. Then you should put it on, cook it for about 3 minutes, flip it, cook it for about 3 minutes, and then the finalized pancake should look like this.
Okay.
Now let's move on to the syrup for the pancake. First, we're going to get a bowl, cut the butter, and we're going to put it into the bowl.
Okay. Here.
And then once we do that, we're going to put the apples in.
Okay.
Once we put the apples in, we're going to put sugar and spice and everything nice in there.
So do you enjoy cooking? Is it something that you want to do later on, or is it just for now for your mom?
Right now is just for now with my mom.
Okay.
I'm going to put the apples in. You should put it all in there. Dice the apples. Don't forget to do that. And once you do that, the finalized apples should look like this once you saute them.
Okay. So all we have to do left is put them together, right?
Yes. Okay. So put the pancakes down, and then you put the apples onto the pancake. And then this is what it should look like. Check out my social media links below. There should be Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. So check out all of those, and be sure to check out SavageSeasoning.com.
Thank you, Rosie, for showing us how to do all of these things, because I sure don't know how to cook at all. So see you guys next time on Foodtastic. Bye.
Do you ever pay attention to the labels of the foods that you eat? No, I just grab my favorite bag and get to smacking.
I do the same thing, because why is something so tasty so harmful?
Foods with a lot of sugars and salts can lead to life-threatening conditions and unhealthy living.
Life-threatening conditions, like what?
Like heart failure, diabetes, kidney diseases, and those things can even lead to death.
Wow, I guess I should think twice before I buy my pizza.
Me too.
I mean, it's okay to eat your snacks, just not on a daily basis. If you have good nutrition towards your diet, it can lead to a better, healthy living lifestyle.
Eat healthy.
Be happy.
Eat your greens
To stay in your genes.
Welcome back to MDTV, The Exclusive. I am Diamond Gladney. This is my favorite segment. And the reason I say it's my favorite segment is because I get to be the host. And what we're doing on this segment right here is called Alumni to Alumni. Well, a member of Mathews-Dickey's Alumni Club, which is, I happen to be one, gets the chance to sit down, the opportunity, I should say, to sit down with a former member of Mathews-Dickey's club, a current alumni, and today we have the honor to be sitting with the owner, the CEO, the president of professional St. Louis female basketball team, the Surge. This is Kyd Collier. Say hello.
Hello. What's up to all the alumni and fans out there?
I got to start because you got the ring in my face.
I got the bling on today.
You got the bling on today. Put that in the camera. That's what a championship ring looks like right there. You say, how many championships in there? How many championships we got?
2 under our belt, going for a 3rd.
2 championships in the last 5 seasons?
Yep.
Or 2 in the last 3 years?
2 in the last 3 years.
Like the Warriors?
We're trying to go back to back.
Okay, all right. And you say right now, I know I was talking to you before we start doing the interview, the season has already started, and you're off to we are off, because we St. Louis, this is our team.
St. Louis, the squad, yes.
We off to an undefeated start right now.
10-0.
10-0.
10-0, averaging 104 points a ball game.
So tell me, how is it? First of all, how'd you get involved in this whole thing? I mean, being a member of Mathews-Dickey's, of course, you play basketball here for us.
I did.
But that don't springboard you, or do it springboard you into becoming the owner of a professional female basketball team?
I think it does. Basketball's been in my blood since I was a kid. I started playing ball when I was 5, and every real hooper comes through Mathews-Dickey. That's how it works. You've played it. You've had the opportunity to come here, you played in tournaments, and I think that's when the love of the game was kind of first implanted in me early. And then after transitioning, playing high school ball, playing college ball, I went into corporate right out of college, and I just missed being around sports. And so the opportunity to come about to buy the Surge happened really quickly for me. The Surge was actually already in existence beforehand. They played at a local high school. They played at Vashon. They averaged 50 to 60 people a game. And one of my best friends at the time was trying out for the team. That's how I heard about it.
Okay.
And I just kind of went as a supportive friend to watch her try out. Fast forward, I got roped into being the team manager.
Okay.
And at the time, I was already working like 60, 70 hours a week with my corporate job. And I was like, all right, I don't really have time, but I'm going to give this a shot. They needed a practice player one day, and I still have a little game. And by the next week, I filled in. I played 1 game with the Surge, and a light bulb went off for me that this was a golden opportunity to take it, grow it, and to see what we could create in St. Louis, and really put some awareness to the team. So at the time, I opted. I just wanted to explore what it would take. I opted to the owner to see what that would look like if I took over at the end of the season. And he opted it to me midway through. So in May of 2011 is when I made one of the biggest decisions of my life, and I bought a basketball team. And you bought a basketball team? Yeah. And you said when you took it over, they were pulling in roughly 50, 60 people per game? Yeah, it was, the team was, it was the start of something. Right. And I knew that I was going to give it 110% of everything I had, every moment that I had, and I started to assemble a front office team. The first phone call I made was to my best friend. I was like, we need a basketball team. And we need a business plan. And she said, what did you do? And I said, I bought a basketball team. And that was like the beginning. And I say that you had 50 to 60 people because I know now you got thousands that's in attendance for like every game. Yeah, we're drawing 2,000 to 3,000 fans per game. Within 5 seasons, pretty much. It's been a lot of hard work. How do you grow that fast? I mean, every fan that we have, we've earned. We're entrenched in the community. We're year-round. And we assemble the best product of basketball that we've seen in St. Louis. Right. To see the talent that we assemble a part of our roster, to see how we recruit and how we go about building our program, people really love and are learning more about the Surge brand, and they're excited to be fans.
And you guys are very instrumental in the community too. I was bringing up when I first met you. It was at what the event we were at?
It was the Sky is the Limit.
Sky's the Limit.
One of Mathews-Dickey's marquee events. The scholarships that they award to the young women that are building and getting ready to go to college. I had the opportunity to be the keynote speaker.
Yeah, and you also provided one of the, you guys actually put one of the scholarships up as well, or help sponsor one?
Which is awesome. Mathews-Dickey's gives us the opportunity to have a scholarship, and then I have a mentee, and then we, of course, made sure all of them had tickets to a Surge game.
Right, right. So if people want to get tickets to the Surge game, I know we got to throw this out there. I know we'll put it on the bottom of the screen so you all see the link. It's down there somewhere right now, I promise you. But how do we get, I know we got thousands right now, but we want the stands completely sold out.
We need it packed out every game, and right now, as more people find out about us, we're driving them to our website, stlsurgebasketball.com, getting engaged with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's STL Surge. As we're building our brand and more people learn about us, they just get so excited to know we're here. Right.
Right, and you got now your home is WashU.
WashU.
Okay.
That was a big decision for us. This is our first year at WashU. We were at UMSL previously before for 5 seasons. So to have a new central location, a stadium venue, it's been a great transition for us. And just to watch how our fan base is growing, it's pretty cool to see.
I want to thank you so much. I got to see the ring one more time.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Awesome. This is my favorite part of the show. It's the 360. In African American communities, we call 360 the knowledge of self zone. This is our opportunity to connect with our young people and talk about issues that impact them directly. So let's get it. So we were talking about business and social responsibility, and I pitched it to Jules like, do you think that Michael Jordan or Nike or any other corporate conglomerate should have social responsibility when marketing products to the inner city?
Absolutely. I think that once a company realizes their impact on a certain community, there is a certain responsibility that needs to take place. However, in business, I don't think that Michael Jordan knew for a fact that, for one, that he would attract majority African American or young African Americans as his main customers. Two, I don't think that he understood the gravity of how important that would be to the black community. And then aside from that, you have to look at why black kids even want the latest sneaker like that. Why do they feel like they need something like that to represent themselves? Well, it goes even deeper. And I don't think that, from a businessman, I don't think Michael Jordan should carry that type of responsibility. Like, excuse me, I don't think it should be pinpointed to one person. That's what I think.
But if I systematically market to certain communities intentionally, see, white kids aren't buying Jordans at the same level the black kids are buying.
Understood.
And the reality is that African Americans are spending their last on materialism, things like True Religion jeans, things like Beats by Dre, Jordans, and so yeah, we're in Western culture. Yes, it should be about making the money, but what about the consciousness? And the reality is everybody knows that young people are getting killed, right, over their shoes. When we talking about the young brother who got killed over his last pair of shoes, robbed for his last pair of shoes, right, because he had on some pennies, right, or some foams, right? Is that right? Right? Well, like, what we have to do something different.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think, Riana?
Personally, I don't feel like it's right, but you know, that big S word comes in, stereotypes. It's stereotypical. If you see it on TV, then it's meant to be. Personally, I feel like Jordans aren't worth being killed over, especially if you know the circumstances of you, if you're walking in a specific part of the neighborhood that you know isn't really as safe as it would be the next part. But personally, I just feel like the materialism and the stereotypes that it all goes under is just, you know, all together, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think, going back to Jules, I think, and you all kind of hit on it, it has a lot to do with power and identity.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, you know, there's a bigger social commentary that we have to face, that why do young kids feel like we need things to make us powerful or whole? And you know, from a young person's perspective, Kyd, why do you think, you know, young people need to have the hottest trues, or they need to have the brand new J's or the foams, or I got to have trues, but yet I'm poor?
Because of the lack of being wanted. The attention in the black community is not always targeted towards the children.
Yeah.
So the children, they do what they feel like they need to do to feel loved or to feel like they belong. And if you don't feel like you loved or belong by the people who brought you into this world or by your guardians, then you're going to want to feel loved or belong by your peers. And kids don't know nothing. So our brains are saying, if I got the most expensive thing on, then maybe more people will like me, because they'll say, oh, he got money. Maybe I should hang around him. Maybe I have more friends. Maybe people will love me too.
Right.
I see he got people around him because he got those shoes on, he got that shirt on, he got them shoes on. Maybe if I go get that too, I can feel that same love. I can feel that same affection that I've been lacking.
Yep.
So
is that any different than, I mean, we're talking about the African American community, inner city. Is that any different than America as a whole? Because what we see on TV, everybody, the guy who has the nice cars, the guy who or the girl who has the nice gear, if she has the right makeup on, you got the right handbag, right?
Yeah.
Then you have status. And is our communities basically a microcosm of the larger American culture that promotes materialism? What do you think, Rick?
In a sense, I feel like it is, especially with us being females. It goes all the way down to your nails. If you're going to get your nails done, what piercings you may have. If you see the next girl who has a belly button piercing and you know your mom said that you couldn't get it, but you go back and get it anyway. We'll do anything nowadays to fit in, I guess you can say. So
true.
We're going to wrap it up, you guys. This has been the 360, and I hope that you guys come back and tune in a little bit later. It's been real. It's been real, you guys. Have a great time. See y'all later.
Peace.
All day.
Out of all teen pregnancies, 26% come from girls 15 through 17 and 1% from girls 15 and under.
Awareness for teen pregnancy can be raised if House Bill 233 is passed. House Bill 233 allows women 18 and older to get birth control from their pharmacy versus going to their doctor each time. The world hurts, so learn your lesson. If you don't, you'll get pregnant. Help us in this fight to eliminate the stereotypes and lower these percentages. Your daughter's so pretty.
Why does everyone assume this is my daughter?
We're sisters.
I had a full scholarship to 5 Ivy League colleges, but after one night, my life has been changed forever. Unless you want to end up like this, let's prevent the 27% of girls 17 and under from getting pregnant.
If you're sexually active, practice safe sex.
Welcome to Kids Commentary on MDTV presents Xclusive. I'm your host, Mekhila. Today's commentary is all about animal abuse. I myself love animals, all kinds, shapes and sizes. I'm just an animal lover. What is animal cruelty, a person might ask? It's when people hurt animals or doesn't care about them, like not giving them food or water. It's against the law to be cruel to an animal or harm them, even your own. It's called animal abuse. If you see someone hurting an animal, you must do these 3 things. 1, get help from an adult. 2, call for help. 3, never touch the animal. Most of all, please remember, animals need the same things as humans. What they need most is love. This has been Kyd's Commentary on MDTV presents Xclusive. I'm your host, Mekhila. Thank you for watching.
1960, from Kennedy to Obama, we've been there. From lawyers, doctors, artists, athletes, we've been there.
I am the greatest.
Mathews-Dickey, a historical institution in the fabric of St. Louis. It's just history. We produce some of the greatest people in the world. Founded by Martin Mathews and Hubert Dickey Ballantyne. It's just history. 2 men with a vision under a shade tree to just provide a safe haven for athletes. It's just history. To build productive citizens with a hopeful future. To give young people access to college. We've been there. From every mayor since 1960, we've been there. We've launched schools, we've been there. We've partnered with counties, city, the Metro East, we've been there. We've partnered with Jackie Joyner Kersey Foundations in East St. Louis, we've been there. We are just history. We're here to take over the world. We have in the past, and we will in the future. It's just history.
I've been involved with Mathews-Dickey a good 5-6 years. Their involvement with myself has had a great impact on me. I want to say that the growth that I had with them is ultimately really good. The staff is good with you. I want to say that I have grown into a great young woman because of them, and surrounding myself with the best teammates ever, and they have helped me to be the best athlete that I can be.
Mathews-Dickey, I know y'all got our back, right? MDTV. When you get your shot, you better shoot it. Ain't no time for stopping, hesitation or confusion. It's time for the kids to get it moving. It's time for me and you to start a movement. Get with the winning team, we never losing. If they say it can't be done, then we gon' go and do it. Where my people at, they know that they exclusive. How many people out here know that they exclusive? Get a hand in the sky right now. Can I see your hands in the sky right now? If you exclusive,